As we know, there's lots of different bind off or casting off techniques, and I just want to show you one more which I think is a really good and a very quick way of casting off stitches, and quite an attractive way of doing it, especially when you're working on a project such as a shawl which has maybe over 300 stitches to cast off. It doesn't give you as much stretch as some of the other techniques, but it does give enough elasticity to make it still work very well, I think, even for a shawl. So to start with, the setup is basically knit the first stitch through the back loop and then place that stitch back onto the left needle, and I'm not twisting it, I'm literally just going to put it straight back on purlwise. And now from now on you're going to be knitting always the 2 stitches on your left through the back loop. So with my right needle I'm just going to place it through the back loop, so my left needle is in front, and knit those 2 together. I then have 1 stitch on my right needle, I pass it back over purlwise, so no twisting, to the left needle, and again knit 2 together through the back loop. Each time when I pass it back, I don't want to do any extra twisting, so I'm not going through that way, I'm just going straight back on. And the other thing is I'm not pulling the tension too tight, which will also help to keeping it quite a flexible cast off. So each time just pass it back on, put the needle into the back, knit 2 together, pass it on, and each time when I pull the tension I'm not pulling it tight, I'm just keeping it nice and loose. So and off, pass it back over, needle into the back, pass it back over, needle into the back, pass it back over, needle into the back. I'll just go along to the end of this little swatch. Very, very quick once you get into rhythm. I'm making a slight compromise here because you can see at this point with this little swatch I'm following the same ribbing as we have on the shawl, which is knit 3, purl 1, knit 3, purl 1 all the way along. And so what I'm actually doing is when I reach the purl stitches I'm carrying on and still knitting through the back. So it's a slight compromise, but I think it still works well. So again, passing over, keeping that tension nice and relaxed. And then when we get to the last stitch, pass over, whoops, knit through the back loop. And then all I do with this one is I just pull the loop out and snip off the thread. And there you have it. So it's got enough elasticity to feel that we've got a nice amount of give in the fabric, so it's not too tight. It creates this very attractive, almost like a braid going along the front of the work with the clear stitches, and is a very quick way of casting off, especially when you've got over 300 stitches to deal with. So that's another alternative. Knit 2 together through the back loop.